go. We're here. We got some freaking mics.
Welcome, y'all.
Let's see how good this audio is, man. And
Audio man.
audio man.
We got the new mics going. Welcome back to episode 4. We're here in Taylor's living room once again. And we got our beers.
Yeah, what do we got? Miller High Life?
High Life.
Champagne and beer. I think you had this first episode, did you not?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and here we are again in Miller High Life. So far, Miller High Life has been the most successful beer on our podcast so far.
Yep. Hopefully someone out there. Connections to Miller.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
You know what it is.
So guess what, everybody? If you can't tell by just listening, we got ourselves some new microphones.
Yeah.
I've been told they actually look like robots. With like, this is like the round robot and these are its legs and it just crawls. And I thought that's kind of cool. They kind of do look like,
yeah, I guess
they could come alive and maybe latch onto my face. And
they got like the same logo as Labatt Blue.
maybe we should start drinking Labatt Blue. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think I've ever drank. I don't think I've ever drank a Labatt Blue, Sage.
I have in the States.
Yeah, I feel like that's a drink I have when I'm watching curling. Like, if I go to watch curling...
I thought you were going to say when you're playing Kirby.
No, when I'm playing Kirby, I should probably, like, drink a soda pop or...
Maybe a cherry cola is good.
Cherry cola, vanilla cola, maybe.
Blue Sky. Shout out Blue Sky Cola.
Blue Sky cola is really good.
Mm-hmm. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm into it, too. So, yeah, we got new mics. Hopefully, everything sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Looks like it sounds a lot better on my screen here.
Basically, what started it is episode 3. The audio was kind of poo because, didn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
And talking to Bibby, you could only really hear him over us. So we, the other day, went for breakfast. Taylor, would you like to tell a little bit of that story?
Yeah, so I woke up at, like, probably 11. Hit Sage up, like, 11:20. He's like, oh, yo, like... the homie Dev hit me up. I'm at Bradshaw's place. Like, friggin', let's go to Bonds. And if you're in Vancouver and you know what Bonds is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Super dope breakfast spot. And anyway, so just like, yeah, like I'm gonna be there at 12. And I was like, oh man, it's like almost 11:30. I haven't showered yet. All right, I'm gonna shower and like hustle there. Get there at like 12:04 or something. Hang out at Bonds until like 1:15.
All right.
These guys finally show up.
So, Dev was picking us up. Me and Brad are both drunk, and we just said...
Don't put Dev on blast now just because you told me the wrong information, man.
It was my fault. I said 12 because I didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah. And I was just still drunk.
I would have came and picked you guys up if I had known, man.
Yeah, no.
I was about to.
That's okay. It all worked out in the end. At least you got to experience Bonds by yourself for a little bit.
I did. I watched so far I think like 2018's best NHL plays.
Nice.
It was like 100 best NHL plays. I watched from like 100 to about. I think I finished the show.
Yeah,
I was pretty. It was done.
I was pretty drunk.
Out there.
I was pretty drunk. I didn't even finish my breakfast, and I'm pretty sure I like coughed some of it out.
That's gross.
It was good.
I wasn't feeling that well.
Yeah.
That breakfast kind of hits you hard sometimes. You drink too many coffees, you get a little bit bunged up.
Yeah, your stomach likes to make poo.
I think other things in your body make that stuff. But yeah, it starts in your stomach. Yeah, for sure, man.
All right. Well, fact of the matter is, audio is better.
Yeah.
Boom.
It is better. All right. So, in other news, we got a Facebook group going.
We have it all started up, boys.
Yeah, we've made it so far this is episode 4, so we figure, if we've done 4 of them so far, we might as well make social media accounts now. Seems like just enough people are
yep, and
enough of you guys are listening to what the heck we have to say, which hasn't really been much lately. I think episode 3 was probably the most entertaining so far.
Yeah. But with that being said, social media accounts, if you guys have any suggestions of stuff we need to improve on or anything you'd like to see, guests you'd like to see, just anything, hit us up 100%. We'll do our best to make that happen.
We're on Instagram, The podcast Instagram is Vancouver Smokers.
We can probably throw it up on the screen.
Yeah, Vancouver Smokers _PC though for the people that are only listening to the audio.
True.
And you can just go on Facebook and look up Vancouver Smoker Podcast, and you'll find it.
Yeah.
You can also look up Bradshaw, the creator of Vancouver Smokers. He's got the OG just straight up at Vancouver Smokers account.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, our friend Ryan Bradshaw, we touched a little bit on it, but he makes clothes, which is Vancouver Smokers, how it first started up. And we're going to have him on still waiting on that.
Yeah, still waiting on that. But as of right now, this is the Vancouver Smokers Podcast. I'm not sure, like, I kind of like the idea of the smoke show.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Integrate eventually into just like have the YouTube channel called Vancouver Smokers Podcast, and then the smoke show, and then when we're about 100 episodes and other people are invested, we'll have other shows going and
different segments.
I'm talking big
big picture.
Yeah,
right
this is big picture. I like to talk small picture. Get some mics, keep going. Episode 4, but like if we're moving this fast right now and we keep moving like this, I'm thinking we're gonna be
yeah. And you know what else is dope is my mic is a little bit better than yours, and they're the same price.
I know. So well, your mic's not better. It's just two different They're USB mics, but the rear USB that the cords plug into, mine's mini USB, and his is like USB 2.0 or something like that. Like, it doesn't matter. They're both USB. They both do the same thing. Whatever.
Yep. So you clean the house, eh? You clean the house.
Yeah, I did. For those of you that are listening,
everyone that's listening to this, some of the people aren't listening. Yeah,
and you're of the younger generation, and you're not quite an adult yet, or you are an adult and you're still trying to figure things out. I got a lot of things, and I've heard a lot of people say, including my mother, my own parents, if you want like a clean mind, live in a clean environment.
Okay.
And I hadn't cleaned in a little while, and it was bugging me. I felt like my head was a mess because my space was a mess.
It sounds pretty bitch.
And now...
Just kidding. No, it's good. That's good. No, cleaning is good, man. 100%. It looks good in here. I like it, and I'm not trying to shit on that, but
yeah,
it's good times. Cleaning's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I like it. But now I feel a little bit more good. I feel better, man, because my space is clean, and things are looking up.
Okay.
Things are looking up for the podcast. Things are looking up because things are
been a beautiful day, and
yesterday
was beautiful
for all us Vancouverites out there.
If you're listening to this from a different
area, bomber.
Fuck yourself.
I mean, I know there's some Yellowknife. there's some people from the Blade, the old YK.
Blade, dude. I never heard that. That's sick. Yo, you ever meet anyone in Yellowknife that actually owned a Yellowknife?
I don't know. I think you can you can buy pins that are like little yellow knives, but they're like painted gold.
Like kitchen knife.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it has.
Do you know the origin?
Well, the name is of Aboriginal origin.
Okay, yeah.
But I can't quite remember the exact. And I don't want to say anything and be inaccurate, but it does have.
People are probably yelling, "You fucking know."
Yeah, I should know, but I also don't live there anymore. Don't really care. I don't want to live.
Don't care.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna put that place. I could put that place on blast right now if I wanted to, man. I've been meaning to when I get more ballsy, maybe in a few more episodes. I'll put some. I'll start blasting out.
I put Abby on blast, dude. Fuck Abbotsford. Just kidding.
Abby? No.
I'm just kidding. I have love for Abby.
Oh, I was gonna maybe go on a rant about drivers in Vancouver and how much they fuck.
You already did that.
Suck. But I could do it again. I could blast for days on that.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it? I could blast on Kitsilano and how much Kitsilano sucks to live in.
I think you should talk about Fred.
Pushed a guy over his dog.
What?
One time, drunk. He was barking at the homie.
The dog was drunk, or you were drunk?
The dog. Definitely the dog, man. The dog was definitely drunk, barking at me. And then his owner was like, yo, you're making my dog real mad, bro. And I was just like, yo, screw you, screw your dog. Flicked my cigarette at him.
Did you really?
Pushed him over his dog. Yeah, that's the real story. That's exactly what happened.
That's crazy.
And for those who really know what happened,
you're a badass, dude.
No. No.
Okay.
Love your animals, people.
Okay, move along. What else?
We got a better lighting situation.
Everything's better this episode, guys. That's all I'm saying right now. It's just better.
Yeah, we got Skater of the Year, Tyshawn Jones up over there. We got all our viewers right here.
It's true.
We got Jesus looking out for us right here. We got a lucky frog.
A Frucky log.
We got the history of DC shoes.
A Frucky log, dude.
What?
A Frucky log.
A Frucky log, bro. A Frucky log. We should just talk like that. Like, I just shook a tower.
Oh, dude, imagine if you could just, like, instantly go to that. Like, oh, dude, I can't even think about one right now.
Drink a deer?
I'm not.
Drink a deer?
Drink a deer.
All right, yo.
Bank a deer.
All right, we got a new segment coming up. Check it out. All right, we're going to put some shit on blast.
Check it out.
Shouts out. So we got a list of things we're going to shout out. We're going to try and do it in less than 10 seconds. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, shouts out Creekside Brewery Liquor Store, Hasty Market, Big Rich's Adult Video.
He's got
Bibby,
notes.
Wu-Tang,
Shout out my dad, my mom,
Ryan,
God,
Bradshaw,
my brother,
Fred
my
and
younger
No Frills
sister,
on Davie Street.
my friends, all my friends, every single one of my friends.
Big Mo, Big L.
All of the people that are involved in all the group chats I'm in.
5040s.
Also 5440,
right,
Ocean Pearl, that song's sick.
Okay. 10-second shout out. Blast. That was sick.
That's it. It's called the Shout Out Blast 10 seconds. That's every episode we're going to do that now.
Yeah, if you heard yourself, you're lucky. If you want to get blasted on the shouts out, just, hit us up in the Facebook group or on our social medias. Just say, yo, I want the shouts out, and we'll write it down.
You think Fred's listening to this?
No, Fred's not listening to this.
Did you tell him?
No, I haven't seen him. I haven't actually gotten to go work at those stores. I don't know if he'd be interested in this podcast.
Why not? He should be on it, I think.
That would be sick, but be also, like, pretty nuts, too.
So for everyone, which is everyone that doesn't know who Fred is.
Fred's this guy that works at freaking No Frills on Davie Street.
There you go,
and
guys.
He also works at London Drugs in Caristale. He's a tall man of African descent.
Seems like a nice guy.
He's only been here, I think he's only been here, he hasn't been here that long. But he's a hustler. Working my job, sometimes, like, grocery employees can be, like, brutal, but this dude is the man. Like, so nice. Works so hard, and sometimes I get there and he's done half my job for me, and I'm just like, dude, you're dope, man. And people like that is good, man.
Okay,
like, it's good. It's good stuff.
No, that is good. Good people.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the good people in the world.
Yeah, shouts out to the good people.
Honestly.
What else we got?
I have something. Well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sage. I see this here, and I'm gonna walk you into it. So, we have some friends from Abbotsford. We have we'll call
mutual friends. Johnny Long.
Johnny Long,
Nick McNeil,
Jay Long, Schlong, Mitchell Isaac.
I'm going, and myself. We're all 4 of us are going to Las Vegas at the end of February, and I wanted to put it out to the viewers out there. We're doing a sort of book type of deal, like King of the Road type of thing, challenges in Vegas that the 4 of us have to complete, and I want the viewers to come up with some challenges for us. So, comment, Facebook, DM, or Instagram.
Yeah,
let's hear them.
And when
can be anything.
We're gonna write them down, and we're gonna talk about them.
We're gonna review them in the next podcast and break them down.
See which ones are dumb and just not gonna happen. Because who knows, we might have some homies.
Hopefully, we get at least.
Yo, you
3.
gotta like run through the fountain at the Bellagio naked.
That's not gonna happen.
Like, yeah, that. Come on, man. We're adults. We're adults. We're adults, man. We're adults. DULTE.
Yeah, my mature brain wouldn't let that happen.
No. or your conscience. But yeah, so you're going to Vegas. You guys got a lot of stuff lined up. Like you guys got
2 hotels. We're staying there 6 days. 3 days on the strip, 3 days off the strip. We're using the second 3 days to skateboard. We got a convertible BMW that's rented.
Yeah.
We might go to Area 51, but I don't know. Never been. Should be exciting. Let's hear those suggestions, guys.
Yeah, I wanna see what some people come up with. So if you've seen King of the Road or something and know what that book is and the challenges they have to do in the book, basically what he's asking for is some challenges.
Taylor was invited to Vegas, but he can't make it.
Okay, honestly, like I am trying to work on myself, man. I'm trying to.
Vegas is the perfect place to work on yourself. What do you
Vegas is the opposite place to work on yourself, man. I don't think I'm gonna discover much about myself other than some inner demons, maybe.
The dark
in
arts.
Vegas. Yeah, that's some heavy stuff. I've been there before. I mean, I've been with my parents, most of the times. I still had some fun, but yeah. Went to the casino the other night here in Vancouver, Park Casino. Put in, I don't know how much I actually started off with in the slot machine. I think it was just $20 or something. But I got it up to 30, and then I was chilling, had some drinks, had some cigarettes, didn't really put any money in the slots. And then I just walked to this one and put my money in first spin, won $200. So I won $200 at the casino, cashed out right there, didn't play anymore. Because,
dude,
use that brain of your guys, if you're going to go do that and you win, pull out.
I honestly
pull
hate
out.
gambling.
Yeah, pull cash out, I guess.
Emergency pull out was always that option.
Yeah, emergency cash out so you don't lose any more than you're spending.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's half of the stuff we got going on right now. We're going to take our classic, 15, 20-minute intermission. Beep, 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 beep. Hopefully you enjoyed this first half. Check out this beat that we got going. We usually try and change up the beat for the episodes every time. So if you have any suggestions for that stuff, or if anybody's makes that stuff,
we actually have my younger brother Dane and his friend might be making us some beats.
Yeah,
so stay tuned for that.
We don't really want to have to pay for music, so we're trying to just use
we're cheap as hell
instrumentals
over
and
stuff. Any free stuff you can give us.
Yeah.
Please contact with unsolicited orders.
Yeah. And any kind of unsolicited fan mail is also welcome.
Yeah, anything unsolicited is super welcome.
Super welcome. All right.
Okay. All right, guys. Back in action on the couch.
Yep. Couch talks with.
We're sitting back now because we're feeling a little loungy.
Yeah.
Trying this format out.
See how
this
it goes.
This is the smooth sounds of Vancouver's premier #1 podcast. You are listening now, Vancouver Smokers live, even though it's not.
Let's do this, boy.
Okay.
All right, man. So I want to talk about a few serious things, which is why we've decided to sit back on the couch.
Yeah.
Today, so I'm gonna open up a little bit and just be I'm a person that when I was younger, I suffered with some mental illness things, some anxiety and and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you pick up what I'm putting down?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
It's very common. It's very common.
Basically, what I wanted to touch on and what kind of solidified that I wanted to talk about this on the podcast, because I was watching another podcast where Joe Rogan was talking to
choke on his name for a sec.
Well, I don't know, I just hate putting him on blast because he's the Oprah for men, and he's the podcast guru, and here we are fresh in a podcast. But he is a good podcast maker.
True.
He has good
There's a reason
on.
why. Yeah.
But he had a psychologist, sociologist, or
social scientist.
Yeah, and psychologist on, and that psychologist was basically speaking about how they are doing a study to basically prove, even though they already kind of know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna know that social media and the increase of social media and the fact that the millennial generation has been involved in so much technological advances through social media, through cell phones, through, you know, a whole bunch of other...
Just the
internet, like just the growth of the internet, that it's just like pretty much messed us up. Like no other generation has really gone through that much of like a technological advancement, and
we're integrated into we're integrated into the internet. Like our personalities are part of the internet.
Yeah, and we're like basically like already cyborgs because we carry around phones, and we lack actual interactions.
Very attached.
And like if you guys know this, you know, like having physical
conversations like we are right now.
Yeah, and having like physical connections with people, like even like if you hug somebody 10 times a day, it's supposed to help add like 2 years to your life.
For real.
Or something, because it's just the positive energy and the positive vibes. And with social media, all we're doing is just looking for that dopamine hit. But it's not a proper kind of dopamine hit, because it's super addictive. And now we're trying to compare ourselves to other people and be like, oh, well, I need this many likes, so I need to do this. Whereas when that stuff didn't exist, no one was actually trying to, like, the only time you ever had to worry about that stuff was maybe when you were at school and you were like, oh, man, like, I want to look fresh. I want to have those dope sneakers. I want to, like, look good. But, you know, if you have social media, and if you don't, then you're kind of like one of those people, I don't know, like, most people have social media, and, like, you're not going to post, like, what you look like when you wake up.
I will.
Stuff. I mean, yeah, some people would, but like.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, though.
I remember being like younger and being like, man, like, I think the reason I'm like, I think just like being in Yellowknife and being like -40 out and
dark.
Like, and dark, yeah, like all winter, and like all you have is Facebook. Like you're just like living off those like dopamine hits, and it's just like not healthy in general.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's such a bummer.
Yeah.
And like as much as social media is like good for knowledge and like maybe like getting yourself out there for like businesses and like letting people know we're doing like a podcast. Honestly, I think podcast is one of like the best forms of like social.
It is the best form of social media just because there's actual real conversation happening.
Yeah, you can like.
Because usually when you have conversations on the internet, it's in comment form or something like that, and it's just like an interaction of just like hey, hi, or like duh, like four times back and forth or 5 times back and forth. It's never like 30 or 40 times back and forth where the conversation can actually develop and like actually take form into something where you might actually learn something. Rather, it's just like these small little back and forths that just happen, and usually they're way out of context, or people are misinformed on either end or whatever. So there's no actual connection going on there. It's just people blurting out what they want to say and not listening.
Yeah.
So I mean, and our generation, we're unique in the way that we kind of aged with like the iPhone. Like as the iPhone is improving, making huge improvements, we're like growing up with it, like at like in real time. Like the generation before us, generation after us, like they're like older when that came out, or like it was already out once they were born. Like the one younger than us, like the iPhone's already been a thing now. Like everyone, like, so they're like more used to it. Like with us, we didn't have it when we were young, and now we have it when we're old. Like, or the older generation like have been old and then just got it. Yeah, so we're kind of
like I went from
we're like with it.
I went from no cell phone, playing outside. You'd have a list of all your friends' house numbers.
Yeah.
Beside your home phone.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then all of a sudden, you know, kids started to get flip phones.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much. You just like hey, let's meet up or call or like do a little bit of texting, and you know, you had MSN, but that was what you did. You know, after hanging out with everybody and like being at school and like playing outside, like I was like still like, oh yo, I want to go and like do all this stuff. And now it's like, I don't know, there was like a time in high school where like that whole like concept of like, hey, who wants to come over and hang out on our phones together?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like
It started.
yeah, like that was like starting to happen, and it was like so lame. It was like yeah, like
Remember when like someone be on their phone so much and it wasn't a smartphone, like they just be texting and you'd be like,
Yeah.
you're retarded, like you look so stupid, like. But now
like,
that
so
there's
many people in class
Yeah.
just like hiding their phone in class, like texting. I'm like I didn't have a phone in class.
I did
like
it.
I just like didn't see the point. I was like, I don't need to talk to anybody I'd text is in my class right now. Like
Yeah, yes.
I can wait to freaking
Different because you're in a small town.
yeah,
too.
but like there was like so many other people that were like texting people in another class, and I'd just be like, why are you guys
But
talking
that's school.
right
That's
now?
school.
Like,
That's different. I mean,
what the hell are you talking about that you like can't wait for lunch?
People just hated school in general.
But at an early age, I didn't have I was like the last one to have a cell phone, so I was just like, it didn't like at that point. I was just kind of like, I was the last one to have an iPhone too, probably. I don't know, but I'm not saying that, but I had an iPhone pretty late when a lot of my high school friends did.
Boo-hoo.
So, dude, I don't care,
I'm
man.
just kidding, dude.
I didn't really have too many friends, so like I had the one cell phone, and like hit up the homie Kevin, the homie Bibby, like whatever, and we'd go skate. Like we wouldn't even, like I'd go home and then I'd use social media to like
Yeah.
do skateboarding related things, like watch videos, and
We should actually bring up you kind of did a podcast. Like when was that? When did you do that? What year was that?
When podcasts first became a thing, like literally like the year podcasting basically came out, when iTunes like
released
the podcast app. I had this idea to do a skateboard podcast
in Yellowknife.
like all the way up in Yellowknife, and all I was gonna do is like talk about like what happened in the skateboard world, and it was like 10 minutes long. I did like 3 episodes with my brother because my brother was really into podcasting, and then I just like didn't do it anymore. I don't know, and it was just like no one listens to podcasts. Like skaters aren't gonna listen to podcasts. This was 2010 though, probably. Yeah, probably like 2010.
It was early.
And it's just funny now because now there's multiple skateboard podcasts that are very, very popular, basically kind of doing a similar thing and having like a little bit of a news thing. And
yeah, it's funny though too, because I actually watched that off Facebook. I saw on Facebook.
The only viewer.
I think I was maybe not.
I don't know. I remember like
I think I was maybe like 4 viewers. There's like
I don't know. I remember like looking like 5 months after I like did it. It was like 5 views, and I was just like, yeah, all right. Like I have no following. Like I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm pretty hard on myself. I was probably just like, yeah, no one's gonna watch this. Like I'm not gonna be able to get this out there. But it's different now. Like now I'm not to say like anybody really wants to listen or that I have a following now, but I'm just want to do this because freaking
it's good.
Screw it.
And it's better for us to just actually have a conversation rather than just be like watching something and like getting drunk.
Yeah.
We're actually productive in doing something.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you've only had like 1 beer and it's been like 2 hours, and you're like, oh sweet, if we were just like sitting here watching a movie, it would have been like 3 beers.
5.
Probably 2 for me actually.
Yeah, I'm like double time.
Yeah, like I opened that beer like over an hour ago and I just finished it. That's the only beer I've had. But I'm like that.
That's okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's good, man. It's better. It should be like that.
Yeah, you think?
What else would I want to talk about? I can brain fart.
I don't know. I think that was mostly pretty good for
yeah, man.
for that conversation. I mean, we don't have to.
I definitely feel the same way. Like it definitely fucks with you. Just everything constantly being thrown in your face, and like you're always like, oh, like comparing your life to theirs. Like my life's not this fun, but the truth is, no one's life's that fun. They're just posting shit they want you to see.
Freaking quote mid-90s.
It's not. It's not.
You wouldn't trade if you saw what was in someone else's closet. You probably wouldn't trade what's in your closet for what's in theirs. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
2019.
Yeah, didn't listen to that album.
Me neither, man.
We were gonna listen to it.
Yeah, we were gonna listen to it and review it.
And then we decided, nah.
I'm not even gonna explain what it is. If you just know, then you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. If you're in the know, then you know. You know.
Hey, what about the beef between him and Ashad? That was weird. You see that?
There was beef between him and Ashad?
Yeah.
No, I did not see that. I thought maybe that sounds like it'd be a fake thing. These are two professional skateboarders for those that don't skate and are listening.
Yeah, basically, cause like when you call yourself a fashion icon, but
Hold the mic closer to your mouth.
but dude is picking my voice up fine. I don't know.
Can't even see it.
He said that Ashad thinks he's a fashion icon, some bullshit, and then they keep on commenting back and forth on each other's shit. It's just some shit. It's probably like the same thing as like rapper beef. They probably are just like,
Dude,
oh,
yeah,
yo,
they
we
planned that for
yeah,
sure.
we should start saying this like, yeah, that's funny.
I remember somebody saying that about like another like Clint Walker. Like somebody had beef. Like somebody
the
said.
thing about that dude that ollied the Wilshire over the fucking pole. 19-year-old kid that ollied over like the.
No. This was like I can't remember. This was one pro skater, and like somebody came up to him and was like, "Yeah, like heard you had beef with Clint Walker." And I was like, "What? I don't have beef with Clint Walker. I've never met him." Like, and they were like, "Oh, like maybe things are mixed up, but like somebody keeps telling him like you have beef with him." And he's like, "Oh, call him right now." And they like called Clint Walker. He's like, "Yo, man, like I don't have any beef with you. I think you're sick." And Clint was like, "Oh, like yeah, somebody keeps telling me that." He's like, "No, like I don't know, like you're sick." And Clint was like, "Yeah, you're sick." And then they were like, "Hey, we want to just keep telling everybody we got beef, and then it'll just be funny, and we'll just agree about it on the phone right here."
Yeah, that's good.
And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
Do that shit, like.
And it's just like hell yeah, that's like
I'd do
super
that.
funny.
I'd 100% do that if I was popping.
It'd be dope. Be kind of funny. I mean, and I'm sure that's what rappers do too. They're just like super stoned in like the studio, like, "Hey man, I don't got much going on. You want to start a beef?"
Yeah.
Hey yo, Sage.
I'm pretty sure though a lot of rappers don't make their own decisions.
Yo, you want to start beefing, bro?
I'm pretty sure it's more like their agent or publicist calls them and be like, "Okay, yo, you're gonna be beefing this guy this week."
like, oh man, dude, 6ix9ine
again.
That guy's
6ix9ine
so
again?
annoying, man. Like, I just hate talking about that clown. I don't even want to have his name in my mouth.
Oh, it's so good.
Damn. Anyways.
Yeah, you know what I understand?
You feel like getting a pizza?
Cardi B.
No, let's not get pizza.
I don't understand girl rappers, man. It's so bad.
What, dude? That's pretty whack that you just said that.
I don't care. I fuck with Lauryn Hill. I don't.
Who the heck is Lauryn Hill?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cypress Hill?
No, she's like lead singer of the Fugees.
Why do you not like girl rappers?
'Cause it's so shitty.
But what's shitty about it?
Like, that's that whole Lil' Kim vibe. Like, that girls are, like, it's terrible. It's like being hardcore as a girl. All
you're
you can do
just
is,
a
like,
white cis male.
I'm not hating on, like, girls in general. I just don't think they should rap.
That's like saying girls shouldn't play hockey because...
I don't think they should rap talking about, like, this pussy is juicy. Saying shit like that. Like, that's so off-putting. Like,
but how like what if a girl listens to a guy being like, "Get on this big dick," and she's like, "Wow, that's so off-putting."
yeah, I guess it's that you're right, but
maybe their music
I'm
isn't
not saying
for
all
you.
girl rappers suck.
Their music isn't for you. So why do you care? It's not for you, bro.
Wants to hear this shit anyway.
It's not for you.
Fuck it.
Yeah, it's not for you, bro.
Who's it for?
Girl, freeing the female movement, man. And for people who like it.
To match the aggroness.
It's for literally anybody that
rappers.
just wants to listen to some dope ass female rap. Okay, you know what, man? 070 Shake.
Yeah, no, I like
sick.
I like that too. I'm just saying, I don't know. I work in a bar, so I just hear the I don't know.
Okay, I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, that type of
I'm
rap.
not a fan of Cardi B.
Okay.
But like, what about that one Remy Ma? Like, you like Remy Ma?
Young Ma. I like Dej Loaf.
Young Ma. Dej Loaf is sick. Dej Loaf is tight. Yeah.
Young Ma is fucking pretty good too. But just the whole vibe of that Lil' Kim vibe of like trying to match being like you know, a rap, like, because rappers can be like, oh, suck my dick, like, even though it's as brutal and as like nasty, but just like hearing, I don't know.
I don't think we can talk about this. We're two white males, man.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to talk about this, I guess.
But just for y'all to know,
We're not allowed to talk. We're allowed to talk about anything.
what are
dude.
we? No, what did I agree that I identify as transsectional? Transsectional.
You're transgender?
No, transsectional.
What, like a couch?
It basically means like in terms
Sectional.
if somebody asked me about abortion, I would say I cannot get pregnant, therefore I cannot speak on it because I have no idea what it's like to get pregnant, and I will never know what it's like to be pregnant. So therefore, I don't know what to say. But
If
I
someone
do
asked-
know if you were to ask me right now, and if I got pregnant, I would say it should be my choice. So technically, I guess I'm pro-choice, but transsectional means I don't have the experience. It's like being, for me, like talking about, like, if somebody asks me something about homosexuality, I'm going to be like, well, you know, I can't speak on it. All I can say is, like, I don't care that you're gay. Like, I'm going to treat you the same way. But I also can't talk about how gay people feel because I'm not gay and I don't know how they feel. So don't ask
Are you
me.
sure?
Well, I don't really know that many
I don't-
gay people that have ever talked to me about, like, maybe some difficulties they've had in their life.
Are you sure you're not gay though?
I'm sure I'm not gay, yeah. Are you sure? Do you
I'm
want to say
not-
anything to
I'm not-
anybody right now?
I'm not sure.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us?
I'm not sure if you're not gay or not.
That's just confusing, man. I think you're confused. Are you confused, bro?
No. My opinion on abortion changes with whoever I talk to.
You're brutal. You're just getting wild in the streets now. Be transsectional, everybody. Be open. Be loving.
Love is the answer.
Life and death are in the power of the tongue. So
Love is the answer for
life.
all.
Speak life into people, not death. Life,
Yeah.
but also pro-choice.
But also protest everything you can because it's the most effective way.
But also Protest the Hero. Great band. Great band. And
Also-
we're going to end it on that with some Protest the Hero, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Protest
Screw that.
skateboards.
I never heard of it. It sounds bad.
I think it's Hippie Mike's thing.
Who's Hippie Mike?
Good answer.
I hope he hears this and he's just like, oh man. It's like, sorry, Hippie Mike, you're not getting on the shout out list next week.
Hey, shouts out Matt Holdsworth. Shouts out Chance Skateboards when it first started. And
Yeah.
fuck Chance Skateboards now as a company.
Yeah, fuck whoever blew it there.
We know
And
who
it's
blew
not
it.
Matt.
It's not Matt. Matt is doing the best ever. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I love him.
Family man.
I love him the most out of any person that I've ever met.
Damn, dude, way to do me like that. Shit.
Yeah, Maddie.
Ah.
Yeah, Maddie.
Yeah. Dude, I hope he hears this. Dude, you gotta get on your Facebook and add everybody to the group, so
Okay.
that they know. Like,
Okay.
dude, your auntie posted it.
Yeah. My auntie and my mom listen to this.
Dude, your feet are just gonna be in your face now on the camera.
That's okay.
All right, let's freaking end this. I'm hungry.
You're
All
hungry?
right,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Chowder.
Clam.
Rat chowder.